Hey everyone, I'm GhostTurbo, and today we're going to make this right here. The Turbo Smelter. This is an all-new design by myself and is the most efficient smelter out there. It's even 50% more efficient than Ilmango's double smelter design, so let's check it out. If we come down here, you can see we're using a combination of hopper minecarts and hoppers. If we come back up here, you can see our input chest. This is our input chest for items, and then below we have our input chest for fuel. Down below you have your rails. This is going to be your hopper minecart that collects the fuel and the one that collects the items from the hoppers here. Around the outside we got something really interesting. These are instant repeaters. This is going to allow all the items to drop at the same time. And if we come around here, we can see we've added a redstone line back to here. This is because instant repeaters are only instant one way, so it's going to take some time once they activate to go all the way around the outside and come back to here. So we just added some redstone to make sure these hoppers are locked and nothing falls in and collects. Without further ado, let's check it out. If we hit the switch right here, you can see it just goes around the outside. It's collecting the items from above and dropping them in here. It spreads them out evenly. And if we come down here and check this one out, we can see how it's max efficient. And boom. There is like one tick that it's empty, but I think that's something we can handle. Also, you notice the fuel with wood never drops down below 5. It'll stay there as long as you have enough items. And of course, let's check out how well it's doing. And that's ridiculous. Turbo mode is engaged, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it never gets old. Now that we've seen what this design's all about, let's build it. Alright, the footprint for this design is 22 by 22 blocks. I've already mapped it out. I've also mapped out where the center is, so let's just go in here, place the double chest, and then we're going to place 8 hoppers into this one chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and of course 7 and 8. And now we're going to start making the hopper lines that go out to the outside. We're going to pull one from there. This one's going to be fine. Pull one from there. And then up here, we're going to go this way. And this way. Actually, we're actually going to build up here so we have a nice even platform to work on. And then build these up. And then we can start pulling these all the way out. And now we can just bring these down. As you see, I've made these red bars. This is where the hoppers are going to go into the furnaces, so it just makes it easy to make it so you don't make a mistake. Alright, now what I'd like to do is create a platform. Alright, now that we have our platform made, let's lay some furnaces down. There we go. Now let's start putting some hoppers on top. Alright, just a friendly reminder, make sure you don't do this before lunch. I don't need you guys throwing up on your keyboards and then complaining in the comments. Now let's do the hoppers into the back side of these. Alright, now we just need to come up here and create a line of blocks so that we can place minecart rails on the outside. Alright, now we can start laying rails. Make sure you put standard rails in the corners, and then you can start placing these. Make sure you do the top line first. And then standard rails for the two middle lines. And now the other line. Alright, so we'll just do a quick run by. You can see what this looks like. Standard hoppers in the middle. Standard rails in the middle, standard rails in the corner, all the way around the outside. Now we just want to place some redstone torches underneath here. This will activate the rails. One for each corner. And there we go. You can see they're all lit up. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to pick one of these corners to be the starting corner. So we're just going to remove this torch. Place those blocks like this. Elevate those two. And we're going to add the rails back. See, this side stays on still. This side is now off. All we need to do though is add some redstone dust there, repeater there, redstone there, and we just need to add a lever. And test it out, turn it on, make sure it's working. Both are on, both are off. Perfect. Alright, now we can start laying the upper levels of the hopper. So if we jump up here, we can just start laying down hoppers. Just point right into the rail, hold the right click button, and just keep right clicking. As you see, I missed this corner. This is going to be intentional. I'll explain that later. Alright, so that's the first line. Just to make it easy on yourself, you can see that these hoppers are lined up directly with each furnace. And now let's do the same thing for the fuel line of hoppers. These ones can touch the corners. This is a little too far there. There we go. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to go around the outside, create another layer. This time, instead of pointing directly down, we're going to point them into the sides of each other, except for this last one, which is going to point down. So down and then all the way around. Alright, so that completes the hopper lines for the fuel. Now let's complete the hopper lines for the items. We need to go up a couple more, so these ones go directly into the lower one. We need to get a space of elevation so that when we create this double line of hoppers, it doesn't feed into the fuel line. Alright, let's create another line on top. Again, we're going straight down into the hopper below, a whole nother line of those. Alright, there we go. Now we can create another line. This time we're going to connect the hoppers into the side all the way around. And this time we're going to connect two there. That one's going to go there, and that one's going to go there. And again, one directly into the side of this one. Again, one there, one there. And one more time. Alright, so you can see we have a double line. Now we just need one more for each line. This time it's going to actually be a line, so the first one's going to go in, the next one's going to go to the side and around. And this time we can actually connect the corner. We just don't want any items being able to drop down to the hopper below. And last time. Alright, there we go. Now we can just extend this one more out and place our double chest on it. And then come down here as well. And I like to place a double chest like this. Alright, so all we need to do now is lay the blocks for the redstone. So we just come down here, start on the lowest layer, block, block, come up top, block on top, and side, side, and we can actually just go all the way around at this point. There we go. come back around to this side, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to create the lines for the redstone instant repeaters. So and then we can connect this line up here. We actually want to go out one. Oops. So we don't lock the minecart. This is actually going back further here, but we'll deal with that later. Just going to lay some blocks right now. So now we need to go up to this level and do the same thing here. Again, you can see that it's the lowest level of hoppers for this side. So we just go here, 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 there, and there. And again, all the way around the outside. From the block, we just go out. And again, we want to bring this line back around here. This time we can just go directly in because there's no minecart in the way. Go, and now we want to do the inside. Same exact thing. Alright, so all we need to do now is lay the redstone. So let's start by placing a comparator here and here with redstone torch there, redstone torch there. And now we can start laying redstone dust. So do 13. And now we can create our first instant repeater. So start off with a block. There you go. That's extended, so we want to place a block there. And underneath, and break that one. And then we can put a redstone torch here. How this works is that when this is closed, it activates this block, and then the redstone gets activated from that. When it's open, the redstone cannot be activated directly. And now we're just going to go to the corner here. This is the easiest way to do it. Turn the corner once, block, there, there, and now underneath, break that one, there we go. And now we do 8. And again, underneath. All the way to the corner. And there we go. We can actually clean up this line. We don't need these blocks. And all we have to do now is place the redstone dust along these hoppers. This is also optional. You actually don't need to put one here, so you can just actually take that out if you don't want to put it there. It's long enough to get power all the way down to the end. You don't need to double power these, but if you want, you can. Save a redstone dust. And make sure you do not put redstone there. That'll just create a hopper clock, and it won't work. Now we need to connect this line up, which prevents these hoppers from being open too long. And we need to do the same thing below. Rinse and repeat. Alright, and let's just lay the redstone line. We'll just start here. And don't do that. Alright, there we go. We got the outside line of instant repeaters. Now what we need to do is the inside line. Here we are going to need a repeater. That way we don't create that hopper clock. And then let's just go all the way around. And you can see right here, this is where we left that hole in the corner. We did that intentionally because we cannot use redstone to lock this hopper in any way. I would love to see a solution to that. Leave that down in the comments if you have any idea how to power a hopper through that without powering the other ones, of course. Alright, now what we want to do is create the instant repeater lines on the inside. So what we want to do is just come down here, find out where this redstone ends, and then just count out 15. There it is. Let's block, and then we can create an instant repeater into this. And since this isn't going to be long enough to extend this redstone, and we don't want to add another repeater, we can create another instant redstone repeater. There we go. And basically the same thing over here. 15 looks like is the very end of that. And again, we don't have enough redstone, so we got to extend it with a instant redstone repeater. Alright, now it's important that we double check our work, so just come down here, take that redstone out, fall down to the bottom, come back up top, double check that all these hoppers are unlocked, and place the redstone torch back. There we go. Alright, a couple corrections. First one is we forgot to elevate this corner, so let's just come down here and do that. Take out those two there, and just like that. This will allow the minecart to come up here, and then hold there. Also take out this block so it doesn't get stuck. And then the next one is we need to come over here and actually take out these two minecart, or these two hoppers, and this one can actually get placed into there. We just need enough room for the hopper minecart to travel down. It gets stuck. There's a piece there. And now we can place the hopper minecarts. So just jump up here, place it there, up here, place it there. Alright, there's your turbo smelter all completed. Thanks for watching this video. I'm GhostTurbo. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And of course, if you want to see more videos, please subscribe. Have a good night.